did has an enormous effect in that room. It is bombastic in its way. Judge Michon plays his role in such an understated way that when he leans into anything, it lands. Todd Blanche to sit down again, launched into his decision on the mistrial, saying that he agreed that the mention of the condom should not have come out. And what he couldn't understand is why Donald Trump's high-priced criminal defense lawyer, specifically Susan Nichols, did not object. The judge said, I wish those questions hadn't been asked and I wish those answers hadn't been given, but for the life of me, I don't know why Ms. Nicholas didn't object. She had just made about 10 objections, most of which were sustained. Why on earth she wouldn't object to the mention of a condom, I don't understand. And so it went for most of the issues raised by Todd Blanche. But the crushing blow to Todd Blanche's motion and to Todd Blanche's work as a lawyer in this case came when the judge explained to him, with Donald Trump sitting there listening, that Todd Blanche lost this motion for a mistrial with the very first thing he said in this trial on the first day. Judge Michon, Mr. Blanche, in your opening statement, your denial puts the jury in a position of having to choose who they believe. Donald Trump, who denies there was an encounter, or Stormy Daniels, who claims that there was. Although the people do not have to prove that a sexual encounter actually did occur, they do have the right to rehabilitate Ms. Daniels' credibility and to corroborate her story, which was immediately attacked on opening statements. The more specificity Ms. Daniels can provide about the encounter, the more the jury can weigh to determine whether the encounter did occur, and if so, whether they choose to credit Ms. Daniels' story. Judge Michon pointed out that he himself objected on behalf of the Trump lawyers in instances when they failed to object. And on his own, he stopped lines of questioning. Judge Michon explained that Stormy Daniels had explained in her interview with the district attorney that seeing the movie Bombshell made her review her own thoughts and feelings of Roger Ailes' sexual harassment, sexual assault, and rape of women working at Fox News while Roger Ailes was running that poisoned workplace. The judge said, quote, Ms. Daniels had watched this movie years later, and it was at that point that certain memories came back and certain explanations came back to her for her feelings. I ruled immediately that that could not come in. I felt that to inject Roger Ailes into these proceedings would be unduly prejudicial to your client, and I did so even though these feelings of the numbness of hands, the room spinning, the blacking out went unexplained. And I did that to protect your client. I disagree with your narrative that there is any new account here. I disagree that there is any change in story. What's happened is people have gone into more detail than they originally planned. And the fact that you went after her right on opening statements, attacking your claim that they never had sex. You didn't attack that there was a fabrication of business records. You didn't attack any of the other elements of the offense. You said, my client denies there was ever a sexual encounter. Again, as I said before, right off the bat, that puts your client's words against Ms. Daniels' words, and that, in my mind, allows the people to do what they can to rehabilitate her and to corroborate her story. Your motion for a mistrial is denied. I will see you tomorrow at 9:30.